Title: The Lesson of Empathy. Once upon a time in the bustling city of Bellevue, there lived two girls whose lives couldn't have been more different. Emily, a wealthy girl born into privilege, was accustomed to a life of extravagance. On the other hand, there was Sarah, a girl from the humble part of town, who lived with her mother in a small apartment. Emily's parents, being successful entrepreneurs, often hosted lavish parties in their luxurious mansion. Emily, however, was a spoiled and arrogant teenager. She took great pleasure in flaunting her wealth, often belittling Sarah, who she saw as a mere inconvenience. She made fun of Sarah's clothes, calling them old and unfashionable. She would walk past Sarah's apartment with an air of superiority, looking down on her as if she were beneath her notice. Sarah, however, was a resilient and kind-hearted girl. She endured Emily's taunts with a smile and a quiet strength that Emily couldn't fathom. She knew that wealth didn't define a person's worth. One summer, a devastating fire broke out in the city, rapidly consuming Emily's opulent mansion. The fire left her family in shock and despair, as their world crumbled around them. They lost their possessions and were left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Sarah's mother, a compassionate woman, offered the devastated family a place to stay in their modest apartment. Emily and her family reluctantly accepted the help, grateful for a roof over their heads. In the cramped quarters, Emily and Sarah were forced to share a room. As the days turned into weeks, Emily began to see life from a different perspective. She noticed the love and warmth in Sarah's home, where family was more important than material possessions. Sarah's mother worked hard to provide for her daughter, and their small apartment was filled with laughter, support, and genuine kindness. Emily and Sarah spent more time together, and Emily began to see the world through Sarah's eyes. She realized that her previous behavior had been hurtful and thoughtless. She felt ashamed of how she had treated Sarah and how she had taken her wealth for granted. Over time, Emily's family managed to rebuild their lives with hard work and determination, but the experience had changed Emily profoundly. She had learned the value of empathy and true friendship. Emily and Sarah's bond grew stronger, and they became inseparable friends, united by their shared experiences. Emily became a better, more compassionate person, and she used her family's resources to help those in need. Together, they demonstrated that wealth alone does not define a person's character, and that empathy and kindness can bridge any divide.